In the previous episode, we set out on a journey to find the stronghold and fight the Ender Dragon. It ended up being significantly closer than I expected. Wait, what? We're already here? I really thought this journey was going to be a lot longer. After locating the end portal, we armed ourselves with carrots and a dream and jumped right in to fight the Ender Dragon. Spoiler alert, we were successful. And that is a dead dragon. After that, we looted end cities, leaving absolutely nothing behind. Anyway, and headed home just in time to fix the tree farm for the umpteenth time. And hey y'all, I'm Vi, and this is Vi Plays Create. I have just concluded my first ever live stream from this world. Is that cool or what? I actually found my Twitch login again. Crazy, right? And if you aren't following me over on Twitch, what the heck are you doing? Get it together. Go follow me on Twitch. I mean, if that's your thing. Like, if you don't like Twitch, whatever, don't worry about it. But in that live stream, we were determining some important things. I am what you would call an end rod enjoyer. And no, not in the sheep fricker way. Don't associate me with those people. I like to build in the modern style, and end rods are a fantastic way to make neon blocks. One of the best vanilla blocks to do so. And so we determined there is some ways to farm chorus fruit automatically using the create mod, and actually some vanilla mechanics. God dang it. Really? In the middle of my intro? Anyway, using some vanilla mechanics and some create mod mechanics together, we can actually farm these automatically. And we spent the rest of the live stream outfitting all of our toolboxes with a ton of components. I am most proud of this one because it cost a ton of precision mechanisms to make all of this. And while it's not stocked with many stacks of each of those items, I don't think I'm going to be using tons of them. So just having them in stock at all is just a huge win in my book. Additionally, this is episode 10 of the series. Which means this is the episode where I'm actually going to create a world download for my Patreons. After the conclusion of what we're going to do today, I'll bundle it all up and you'll find it over there. I'll also be releasing a few build schematics for the Patreons as well. Most farm schematics you can find on my Discord. You don't have to be a Patreon member for that, but build schematics and world downloads will all be over there on Patreon. After my good friend Matter helped me polish up my Discord, I think I'm going to be turning my attention over to my Patreon, so I can include a few more features over there for the Patreon members as well. Speaking of Matter, he is the host of Matter Pixel Networks, and they have their own community Discord where they host a ton of different modded Minecraft communities. They have all the mods, and I think they'll be starting a Just Create SMP rather soon. I'll leave a link to the MPN Discord in my description. Go check those guys out. They're honestly so cool. I just realized that I kind of got distracted whenever I was talking about, end rods and how we're going to be farming them today. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's set up some farms for some chorus fruit and blaze rods. Honestly though, I'm not really sure how much I'm going to be able to get done in this episode, so maybe we should just start with the chorus fruit and see how far we get. Now, chorus fruits are a bit of a weird one. We determined in the live stream that saws will in fact mine the chorus plants, but they won't do anything for the chorus flowers. We then attempted to use harvesters and several other Andesite Age machines, but none of it ended up working because most of the time you need a projectile in order to actually break chorus flowers, and that's how they're replanted, right? And then somebody suggested that we just try a snowball because technically snowballs are projectiles, and it freaking works. And we can farm these with a plow and a snow golem. This is so cool. I had no idea about this. So we have a saw to break the chorus plants, and then we dispense snowballs to break the chorus flowers. Or vice versa, actually. It would be the other way around. Because we got to get the chorus flowers before we break the plants. That's very important. I am having a bit of a tough time trying to figure out where the heck I'm going to put this thing. Because, I don't want to stick some massive farm, and ruin my skyline, my very beautiful skyline that has zero weird things about it at all. Nothing weird about this skyline. Yeah, I don't want to have that issue. So, I think maybe we just dig a big hole in the ground, see what happens. And I promise this is going to be the only farm that and I promise this is going to be the, oh my God. And I promise this is going to be the only farm that I actually do this with because, I really hate it whenever I have to dig a bunch of holes in the ground with stick farms. And it's just no, I want to have builds for each and every farm. So maybe this is just a temporary farm, proof of concept type of thing. And we have a more expansive one later on. I think I like that idea. So let's go ahead and grab the tunnel borer. No. Let's expand the tunnel bore. Oh, and I would be able to go right into my into my toolboxes and grab a bunch of drills, but that's like literally the one component that I did not craft, isn't it? Wait. Oh god, it's the one component I didn't craft. Give me a second. Riveting content. Goodness. I like how it goes from a stripped pink log to basically spruce wood. Yeah, just don't question it. And now I can craft another stack of drills. Nice. I think I saw something about this maybe potentially on the subreddit or something like that, the Create Mod subreddit, but I don't think that this will actually burn any items if this is assembled as part of a contraption. In fact, I'm almost sure it won't. But it will burn items if I go ahead and disassemble it really quickly every once in a while. All of the items that are collected inside this cauldron, and it should, I think it should hold the items, and it shouldn't interfere here. Like, these will continue to drop the items because there's enough space between the entities and the funnels, I think. We're gonna test it. We'll see what happens. Now, if I go ahead and assemble that, and then I throw in an item, or even stand in it, yeah. It's not going to actually burn anything. But I think, if I get this right, it'll sit down inside the cauldron, and it should maybe hold it? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, hopefully that should help us prevent some lag. We'll see. Now, I think I'm going to do this in a couple different passes, but I'm going to start the first one relatively close to the base here. I think maybe... But I think I could probably dig out an area like kind of right here below the base. Oh yeah, I feel like I should probably mention that as well. That was the other part of the live stream, is that we made this massive extra wheat field so that we're getting plenty of wheat whenever we're over here at this part of the base. Because I don't actually random tick the crop farm that's down there whenever I'm up there at the airport. It should help us produce a lot more slime very quickly. Yeah, let's just go down to the maintenance level and we'll just dig up from there, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking if I go ahead and like where my feet are at right now will be where the Chorus Fruit Farm sits, which is why 98. Yeah, it definitely does not work. I tried. Yeah, this is much taller now. I kind of like it. Okay, now we have a space where we can make some farms. And you know, the more I think about it, I feel like this is actually going to need more headspace. So I actually might have to go down because I think if I go up above here, yeah, I'm like far too close to the base to go up anymore. So more layers. Let's do some more layers. Oh, I'm just going to have to do it right here at the maintenance height, aren't I? That's fine, right? That's okay. It's okay. I guess I could just have a contraption control that turns this off while it's running. And then whenever it's assembled, I could have like these coming out of the vaults and then into the cauldrons. So then every once in a while I just stop and then it dumps all the cobblestone right into the cauldrons. That would make sense, right? That's doable. I could do that. Oh, I've gone too far. I've gone too far. I was gabbing. All right, now that we have an area in order to actually grow these, I think what I want to do, and some of the mechanics of this are definitely farmable completely in vanilla. Like, we don't actually need cart contraptions for this. It will just help with item collection and then like saving lag. The one thing that is exclusive to Create is being able to replant the chorus flowers whenever it's done farming them. I say we stick it... Yeah, we'll stick it right here. I have enough space? Oh my god, wait, I left... How did I not notice? I left the sides of the storage room. Oh, did I delete them though? No, they're still there. That's definitely not the right spot. frick. Okay, well, that was a bit of a tangent. I cannot believe I had to rebuild that entire thing. That sucked. Anyway, back down here we go. Just absolutely burned 28 minutes of my life. That is great. I love that for me. Let's go ahead and throw this back down right here. I can de-sticker these now, and I can go ahead and open them up. Nice. Okay, well, that wing kind of sticks into the wall, but whatever. This is a good workshop area. We're going to grab a bunch of endstone. We're going to grab our chorus fruit, or chorus flowers, rather. Now I want to go ahead and plant a couple of these just to kind of see what their pattern looks like as they grow up. And while we work out a bunch of other mechanics. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do 4 in between, I think. Wow, that was the perfect number of chorus flowers. That is crazy. But yeah, I wanted to see how these grow up and how they occupy the space, because we're going to lay out dispensers depending on how it all lays out. And I think I might have to have enough dispensers for the entirety of this area. And while I did craft a bunch of dispensers while I was in the live stream, I don't think that's gonna be enough. I'm gonna need a bunch of string, aren't I? Dang it. Oh well, in the meantime, we can talk a little bit about how I'm planning to lay out this farm. Now, if I get up high enough here, let's just start with like a 5x5. I can then, facing downward, now, if I do this, and then I maybe get like a light source in here because it's so freaking dark. If I then take a bunch of redstone and we lay it all along the top here, and then I place a redstone torch, it will fire all of these, right? And now all I really have to do is give these guys a bunch of snowballs. Dispensers in a pattern like this, that might actually be a little bit hard to disperse the snowballs. So that's going to have to be something we figure out. Oh, and it looks like these are going to have to be way higher up because, yeah. Oh, I can't pick these up. Why can I not pick up these? I can pick up observers, and I can pick up shulker boxes with my wrench. And having that many dispensers facing directly downward to try and break some of these chorus flowers might be a little difficult. However, having some dispensers facing laterally, that could be doable. That might actually work. Let's see how far these snowballs actually go. And we're starting to get to the point where they're going to stop growing, because that's what this chorus flower is here. It means it's no longer going to attempt to grow anymore. So if I go ahead and do that, I didn't get a single one of them. How disappointing. Let's try that again. Oh, I got one. We got one. Oh, there was a couple that time. There was a couple. Yeah, I think this proof of concept farm might actually have to be a lot smaller than I was thinking. Essentially, I think I might just have to do this with one plant, because the amount of dispensers and snowballs that I would need to accurately, like, goodness. Plus, not to mention, I'm going to have to fuel all these with snowballs. And honestly, like, supplying the snowballs shouldn't actually be all that difficult. Essentially, I just have to have, like, a belt line behind them. But what if they don't grow up tall enough? You know, I think I have to have them facing straight down. Let's just hang out here AFK for a while, and I want to see all these grow up, and I want to make sure we're getting an accurate height. Okay, so I decided I was super bored just staring at those grow. So I had a thought, and I wanted to test it. And I threw this together down here. I've spawned in a little, actually, if I place these torches down here, it might actually ruin that. So let's not do that. But I had a thought, and I was like, what if I just, like, stick a seat to a bunch of these, and then I have him sit on the seat. Nope, go back in there. Yeah, if you sit on the seat, and then I assemble you as part of the contraption, he should... Oh, he's not going to be able to stick to that, is he? Okay, so I think I have to have this behind... hold on, give me a second. Before I accidentally smack this dude on accident and kill him, let's shear his head off. That sounds so aggressive. I just want the carved pumpkin back, because it's like the only one I have. I'll put another one of these here. We'll also set that to lock rotation, and then I'm going to send that forward. Okay, so now it should disassemble right there. Beautiful. Now, can I stick this to that? It looks like I can. Okay. And if I do that... Oh, he gets popped out of the seat. Is it the plows? Are the plows ejecting the guy from the seat? Do I need to maybe put some space in between? Why would they be doing that? Now he gets kicked out. Huh. Why would you get kicked out of the seat? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. So I think I could technically put 2 of these guys in a single boat and have the boat dragged back and forth maybe by... If I attach that lead, is it going to drag the boat? Yeah, that didn't... Dang, wouldn't that be cool though? It will do it to a piston, like, flying machine, right? Oh, I wanted this to be a simple solution. It's not. The other thing that I could do is just have the snowmen wander passively, and then we just have to hope that the plows pick up enough snowballs. The only other thing that I could think would move them would be like water streams, but obviously they would die in the water streams, so we don't want that. Maybe aggro would cause them to move. Like if I had like a zombie in a minecart going all the way around, they would like try and follow it and throw snowballs. That might work. Or we just have a bunch of them dangling high enough that they're like just above the plows, but low enough that... Hello, can I not? Although plows do move entities, right? So could I not just have another layer of plows that are set slightly forward that would kick the snowmen forward till they hit a certain point and then kick them back when they go back? I just have to like double layer it, right? All right, so what I'm thinking is if I do this, and then we do 2 layers of plows back to back, and then I did a layer above, which would push the snowmen, because eventually they're going to hit the wall, and then this contraption will just pass right through them. I don't need the plows to interact so much with them. Let's just see what happens. I want to... Now that should work. Oh, right, but this is supposed to extend further. So that it can actually push. Okay, that totally works. It just pushes them all the way to the edge and then goes through them. Pushes them all the way to the edge and goes through them. That is a much simpler design. I don't know how this guy's getting caught in the corner here. Oh, and I am already... Ooh. We have already completely overfilled on snowballs. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, wait, I know how he's getting... Yeah, because I didn't even put one on the end here. Okay, cool. And that is a snow farm. Now all I have to do is get the items out. Okay, I mean, that is snowball production kind of done. Oh, it does eject them up on top sometimes. Who knew? Now, I don't want this to like melt the snow, but I also want this to be spawn proof. I already have 384. Oh my god, this is gonna fill up so fast. Which means we're gonna need to depower this. So what I want to do is I would just do a threshold switch here, but I think I can just do like normal comparator. Like I don't think we have to reinvent the wheel here. Like all I really have to do is do comparator into that block, and then that is going to, it's going to invert power here. And then once this gets to the power strength of 16 or 15, it'll depower that torch. Wait for it. I can remove that, put that right there, and that's literally it. It's just essentially going to reassemble this as like blocks in the world once this gets to a power strength of 15. I do kind of want to be able to see them. Maybe we swap this for glass. Oh, I missed a block. Okay, so we've officially filled up our vault. That is so cool. And now these guys are just going to be chilling until we need to turn that back on again. Now I think all I really have to do is supply a bunch of dispensers with these snowballs. And I don't think I need all of these because genuinely I don't have the dispensers and I don't have the string supply. Wait a minute. A deployer wouldn't throw a snowball, would it? Would a deployer throw a snowball? Because they right-click, and if I give them a snowball, Deployers do throw snowballs. Wait a minute. All I need is a bunch of deployers facing downward on a minecart contraption, throwing snowballs. And if I let that do like 2 passes before we send saws down at the bottom, that should break a bunch of these at least. Now, for collection, I'm not really sure what we would do, but I think I could just get a bunch of light source blocks and then have water streams maybe? Okay, so this actually might be viable to have an array like this. Okay, so the saw only needs to work in one direction, essentially. One saw on each of these, and then a deployer facing backward. And these would be filtered for only chorus fruit. I mean, that's just kind of the basics of the contraption, like done, right? Like I only need a minecart rail now, right? There's a max size item vault for the coarse flowers. And this is like my little rotationless sorting system right here. Essentially, you just send them into a buffer storage of some sort, and then you can filter with the brass funnels. I've got the coarse, sorry, I think I said flower. Coarse fruit's going into this one, and then the coarse flower, which we'll be getting a lot less of, is going to go into this one. And it's going to plant immediately after sawing, except this isn't going to be farming the coarse flowers. We need a way to get the coarse flowers onto this contraption before it goes, which I did not consider. So realistically, if I come back in here with another floor layer of something, we'll just say stone bricks, all the items will get dropped at this height if I bring it all up 1 block. So if I have all these drop on the same height, what I'm thinking is I can go ahead and add some andesite funnels to the front side of this. And so long as it's in contraption form, I should just be able to do like something along the lines of this. All right, and that should sweep the floor and collect any and all coarse flowers that are getting dropped over here. If we get the odd one that falls off the edge of this platform, I think I'm okay with that. The last thing I need to do to try and test run this would just be to super glue it all together. Now, obviously, I don't want this to run all the time, so I'm just going to go ahead and toggle this once, and it should have a few, yeah, it has a few coarse flowers in here. Also, I did not realize that I did not, yeah, these have all got to go. Okay, I think I now should be able to assemble this, but what we're going to do is we're going to filter this for only chorus fruit. I want to put all the chorus flowers in here, and then the chorus flower drop off is going to have to be at the other end, which means I think I probably need another one of these. I think I could probably move this over a block as well, because this can be a block closer. And I'm thinking this one on the end down here probably needs to be a controller rail to make sure that we don't get stuck over here. Let's just see what happens. Beautiful. Also, yeah, the saws will never interact with these blocks, but I do need to go ahead and power this off to make sure that we don't send this again. Dang, that grew twice in like 2 seconds. But yeah, then we just need some sort of timer to make sure that this is delayed. Then we need to do our deployers facing downward with snowballs up there. Send the snowballs up top somehow. And I think that's it. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I need so many deployers. I don't think I have enough. How many do I have? 10. Yeah, definitely not enough. It's time to give this guy the old jump start. I don't know how many of these I actually need, so let's go do that first. Yeah, I just need like a couple more. That's not like the surface, is it? No. I mean, it's close. Very close. I'm definitely going to be able to hear the snowballs being thrown, that's for sure. Okay, that's that one done. Then I should just have to assemble it. Now I should be able to move this. Should be able to assemble that. Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait for this to fill with snowballs. So it looks like I can't go from contraption to contraption. Okay, I went ahead and added an inventory to this machine because I'm pretty sure this needs to have one. And then I've done a little bit of reorganizing up here at the top. The only thing I have to do now is just route some items to go over into this machine here. I shortened this up. It's only got the one vault now. And I think what I want to do... Oh, I did not go far enough. Okay, that should all work. Now the only thing I got to do is get back down here, redo that contraption there, and I think... Oh, I can even hear them moving. This is on lock rotation. I can reapply that, and now it's going to fill up with a bunch of snowballs. And hopefully, should start chucking them at this once it's full. Maybe. I think it's not going to move. Oh, it ran out of snowballs quick. Really? Okay, this is definitely going to have a larger inventory on it. I'm sure the snowball stack size does not help. And then I think I can even shorten all of this. Okay, that should double the size. That looks like it got the rest of it though. Nice. Oh, yeah, dude. That totally works. Oh, right. I gotta... Whoop, we gotta stop you. Except there is stuff that got pushed off the back here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be offloading any items. I think there's still some issues with the portable storage interfaces, which is just annoying. But I mean, it's functional. Now we just have to work on timings, and timings should be easy. I just got to set up some redstone clocks and some pulse repeaters and stuff like that from Create Mod, and this should be like ready to go. All right, so as we can see, the course farm is actually functioning. What we ended up doing is actually adding andesite funnels to both sides of this contraption so that we're picking up coarse fruit and coarse flowers on the way over and coarse fruit and coarse flowers on the way back. This is only going to move forward whenever we are triggering this frequency for the redstone link right here. And if I run right back over here to where my circuit is, we can kind of see how this works. Essentially, I did a pulse timer. This is a new component for Create Mod. It just pulses every once in a while. It's kind of like an etho hopper clock, but like all in one block, which is kind of convenient. And also, it has way more time that you can set within this one block. I'm pretty sure etho hopper clock only lasts like 5-ish minutes. But essentially, I take that pulse, I lengthen it a little bit by sending it through a repeater, and then we send it on to the snowball array upstairs. Then these guys are going to throw all of the snowballs, knock out all of the chorus fruit. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually have it go twice before I sent the saw. So I had this split off, and then in 30 seconds, it's going to pulse it again with another maxed out repeater. We see this in the redstone link right here, and trigger that to go one more time. Snowballs are cheap. I don't really care if I'm wasting the snowballs. I'd much rather have the extra chance to get more chorus flower. Then after the pulse reaches here, a minute later, it's going to send another maxed out repeater to our saw, which is where it's going to trigger, send it all the way over, sweep it all the way back, where it will then connect up to our portable storage interface right here, and send the items into here, and subsequently also into here. Because the coarse flower being on the other end down there, I don't know why it wasn't really working, but it just had some sort of issue. I assume it's some bug with the newest update. But yeah, that is a chorus flower and chorus fruit farm completely done. Not too shabby, right? I think designing this farm was a little bit heavy on the whole brain function thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Plus, I just checked the time. I edited down the last clip, and I'm sitting like well over 30 minutes, so that's definitely going to be the end of this. I'm sorry I couldn't polish up a bigger build to do for episode 10, but when I do the next world download, which will either be episode 15 or episode 20, we're going to have some pretty cool things added to the world. I've been cooking in the creative world. You guys are going to like it. But for now, I'm going to let this thing farm up a ton of chorus fruit. And we'll have to do our blaze farm in the next episode. Heck, maybe I'll just do like a big episode of a bunch of different farms. I'll condense it down real nice and then like do a bunch of replay footage and stuff so I can actually get through it all in under 30 minutes. But I think that's where I'm gonna have to leave it. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like it, and if you want to subscribe, do it. And I'll see you in the next one. I just updated the schematics channel in the Discord, so go check out all the little miniature farms that I threw in there. Episode 10! Episode 10! Woo! Also, post-production Vi here. I just checked the day counter. We're at 466. Not bad, right?